Hello and welcome to Tales and Tribbles, episode 13. Unlucky for these guys, but not unlucky for the ogres. No, not unlucky for the ogres. I am, as ever, joined by Martin.
Hello.
Josh.
Hello.
Ben.
Hello.
Did you see how creative I am? Did you see how I mixed that up then?
I wasn't prepared. I'm going to be completely honest. I was not prepared to go
Mine's
first.
usually last.
I can see. In third edition, I know, I'm Paul. In third edition, you would have been flat-footed there, Martin, and you wouldn't have got dexterity to stuff. I can't remember that, but I seem to recall.
Fine, it's a +1 for Darian.
I seem to recall if you got hit before your turn in combat, you use bad things. Anyway, so here we are again, guys. Anyway, roll initiative. Let's go straight to it.
Straight into initiative. Oh, that's okay.
Oh, I've got an almighty +1 to this.
And
Ooh, spicy. Non-natural 20.
okay. Ox,
12.
Diego.
10.
Oh,
Yeah.
this is unheard of. I actually didn't leave enough space on my initiative tracking sheet. What did Martian Colleen get?
I forget his dex thingy. He got 17 on the die.
Got like maybe a +1 dex. It doesn't matter anyway.
Yeah.
He would have to be plus or minus 5 to affect stuff. ±4. Okay, right.
He's
so,
got a +0. +0,
okay,
so it's 17.
fine, 17. So, you were outside of a double doors. Set of double doors. You'd gone through the ogre complex and weird stuff had happened. You went back to the grey world of second edition. And then what happened?
We stepped into a set of Doctor Who.
You
Dismantled the trap.
use your horn of blowing.
Yeah. On a blast.
Just horn of blowing.
Blowing wood.
And then you managed to get through to these two doors. Ox and Darian put their shoulders against the doors and kind of, which I'm assuming is both their pushing and shitting faces. and pushed the doors open, whilst Diego and Killian readied themselves for an onslaught, an anticipated onslaught, and a large, ferocious, grey-skinned creature came roaring out, 6 yellow eyes in the side of its head, a huge maw ready to chomp down on flesh. And beyond that, into the room, the lines continued on and then went down the well. And there was an ogre, or in fact several ogres, as it kind of shimmered into 4 or 5 replicates of itself. You didn't really kind of see much of the detail of the room beyond that, but there was a glass screen with a very complex geometric pattern upon it, of lots of kind of lines flowing around in some kind of chart or grid or what have you, and the various pulses around those lines. This creature races forward, Killeen and Diego ready for it. So essentially, this creature had readied its action for when the kind of you came in to attack whatever came, and Killeen and Diego had readied their actions to attack it when it kind of like got there. So essentially what will happen is it will go first, because it's got its readied action, and it's going to race forward and essentially charge at probably Killeen. And then that'll trigger essentially Killeen and then Diego, your readied actions back at it, and then we'll hit initiative order if everybody is okay with that. And because these are ready actions, it doesn't get its full attack action. So I think I rule that if you're ready in action, you're getting like 1 swing. I think that's what I normally say. We can agree otherwise, and it can use its multi-attack. I really don't mind.
1's fine.
Yeah, so it is going at Killeen, and it's coming in, and its most natural thing, I think, is to bite, and it's going to hit AC 16, which I don't think is enough.
No, because he's got plate and a shield.
Yeah, that's right. He's got a plate, just like a crockery plate. He's using it as his shield. So he kind of like smashes. He's readied himself. He pushes against it as it kind of like comes in. He manages his shield, his claws wrap around its kite shield. And then he gets to respond back.
He does.
How many legs does this thing have?
Sorry?
How many legs does this thing have?
Yeah, it has 4. 4 legs. 4 legs. I did erroneously describe it as having 6 legs at one point in the last recording, but it has 4. I've counted them twice.
Killeen only managed to roll a 14. Is that any good?
I don't know what's it end up being.
No, that's 7 and 7.
Oh, okay. It is not good enough. He kind of like really can't quite get into it. It's clearly been pushed back by the ferocity of this creature. And then Diego, you get to come in as well. And clearly there is an ally, so any sneak attack stuff will trigger.
Yeah. Oh, that's tasty. That is 19 plus. Yeah, that's a 28. That's a 29.
Hits.
Oh, 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, let me pick up all my sneak attack dice. They're so heavy.
Yeah. Last one. Pretty mediocre. Let's count this up. 12.
I find the more dice you roll, the less exciting it gets, because it's more going to be an average. The more dice you have.
That's what you roll them individually. 6, 18, 19, 20, 24, 25, 8, 34 magical piercing damage.
34 magical piercing damage. Describe to us what Diego does then.
So this thing goes into chomp at Killeen.
Yeah.
Diego runs, slides under Colleen's feet, and skewers
knocking him over. He's prone.
skewers the thing right up into its
gizzard.
Yeah, okay. It screams in anguish and just lashes out at you with its claws, hitting AC 20.
Yep.
Wow, I get to use D12s. That's good.
Oh, it's time to be uncanny and dodge it.
Yeah.
Taking 10 points of damage.
Okay.
Can you make me a strength saving throw?
Ooh. Ah. Roll from a 19 and very slowly went over to a 3.
Okay, so that would be a... So what do you get in total?
3.
Oh, just 3. No, but it's a saving throw, so you're going to add like your dex and other such associated things to it.
Yeah, it's a strength save, yeah?
Sorry?
You said strength.
Strength. Oh, okay, yeah. Sorry, yeah. I'm just assuming that it's a deck. Yeah. Okay, so you kind of race under it. You skewer it. It kind of lashes out in pain, kind of like almost, kind of like reflexively, as if it reacted almost. Smashes into you, kind of pins you down, kind of like prone.
My legs.
You're prone. Oh, hello. We're about to get interrupted. It's now riding Tef.
Oh!
Ben's face.
It's riding her hard. And she's liking it too. Right, okay, so we'll start from the top of the initiative order. So Darian.
Oh, this never happens. So let's fail at attacking it.
I'm stuck up there.
I will just attempt to strike out at the beast around the foot area in which it is attacking Diego.
Yep, okay.
That's not great.
How big is this beast? Size is
It's
it
not
huge?
great. I
It's
gotta say that's not
large.
great.
It's
Oh.
large.
So I know that doesn't hit because that's a 14. The second attack though is a 16 plus 8.
Hits.
Cool. Fine. I'll do a somewhat smitey smite. Okay. It's 4, 6, 7, 8, 9.
That was clearly the sound of Diego.
17, 18.
I don't know if you heard the
20.
scream.
No.
24 magical radiant damage.
Okay, it screams in anguish again, but it doesn't get the opportunity to lash back at you. Anything else?
No, that was both my attacks.
Yep.
Oh, no, I'm not going to cast a spell. No.
Okay. Colleen acts next.
Oh, right, Colleen, save Diego, be a hero. Yes, 17 plus...
Hits.
Okay. And he rolls a d8. 6 slashing damage. Pretty impressive, huh?
Okay, yeah, he gets in. He gets a good hit, kind of like, but really disappointing. He'll bring it up in his performance review later. Okay, Ox.
Okay, so I will rush forward and.
Oh, sorry, he gets 2 attacks.
Okay, that's it.
He doesn't hit the second one.
Debut.
It doesn't matter. Doesn't hit the second one.
Okay, Ox.
I will run forward and I'll attack it with my axe.
Yeah, okay. So you're all basically clustered around this poor thing.
Yep.
Going fight, 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 fight.
Yep.
Get me out from under here!
Yeah, that's
21?
about right. Hits.
5, 9, 10, 11. 19 damage.
Okay.
And then I will swing again. And that's a crit fail.
Okay.
And then I get a third attack.
Yep.
25.
Hits.
So that hits. Oh, it's 8, 12, 17. 25 damage.
So Ox kind of steps forward, smashes at it, gets his axe a little bit stuck in it, and can't quite get it out enough, so only manages to get in.
Well, I'd imagine I walked up to like upper swing it into like between its teeth, it's got it wedged, and then I was going to like bash it up with my shield to like drive it further into its like jaw.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. So Diego, you're next.
Can I get out from under this
Yeah,
thing?
it's not grappling or anything. It's not.
Ah, right, I thought it would like just squash me.
Well, in terms of.
I'd like to. Is this thing? You said this thing is large.
Mm-hmm.
Large enough to get on its back.
Yeah, you can try.
I'll run straight up it.
Okay.
And then
Make me
plan for a
acrobatics
radius,
check.
Even with the boots of spider climbing.
Yeah, because it's still shaking you around.
Okay. That is a 23.
Yep. Okay.
I can't go any lower than that.
Yeah. Okay.
I will plunge my rapier into its neck.
Yeah. Okay.
That is a 14.
Does not hit. No, its neck is far too thickly skinned.
Bling.
Then I will plunge my dagger in.
Yep.
Let's see if this works. 15.
No, again, it's still too thickly skinned.
Oh.
Okay, so now it acts, and it shakes around, spins its neck around, and gets a bite in at you, Diego. Ooh, that's not a great roll. 13 will miss, but then it tries to get you with its claws.
It's like trying to get a flea off it. It
Yeah,
gets its back
basically.
leg up and...
19?
Yes.
So that is that plus that. That is 16 points of damage. And it tries again, hit an AC 21.
Yep.
With its other claw. Ooh, that's 18 points of slashing damage.
18.
Yeah, I'm going to rule it's got you off its back. It's kind of like slung and kind of like you just tumble kind of quite easily into a free space kind of next to it. Okay.
Wait, can we... Is he on a free space closer to the wizard now?
Oh, it's just next to it, so I wouldn't say it's necessarily further nor closer particularly. But I mean, you can all make a beeline to the wizard if you wanted. Could everybody make me wisdom saves? You're all probably within 10 feet of Darian as well, I would imagine.
Oh yeah, so y'all get +3.
Oh, that's lucky then.
No, look, it's a
I have a
completely different
-1
feat.
to my wisdom.
Look, it's a completely different feat.
Natural 20 +7.
Nice. 17.
15.
Okay, so hold on 2 seconds. So 15 passes, in fact. Yeah, okay. You feel a spell kind of like wash over you, but you all manage to kind of resist it. But then,
Oh, what about Colleen? I forgot about
yeah,
Colleen.
yeah.
Ooh, I don't think he's going to pass any.
Do we get that +2 then that Darian said?
Yeah.
+3, you get a +3 because
Oh,
you got...
okay, yeah, so it's 17. Yeah, that's fine.
That actually saved you and Ox. That saved Diego and
I'd have
Ox.
got 14 if I didn't, because I have a -1.
You both would have failed, yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine Colleen's got a +0 to Wiz, and he rolled a 5. There's no chance anything's
Oh,
saving
okay,
him.
he is hit by a slow spell. So his speed is halved, his AC is dropped by 2, Dex saving throws are dropped by 2, and he can't use reactions. It can either use a bonus action or an action, not both.
Right.
And despite anything else, it can't make more than one melee or range attack during its turn. But that's the attack action, so he still keeps his multi-attack. And he can't cast spells, so that's fine. Okay, he'll make a wisdom saving throw at the end of each of his turns. And then, kind of in the midst of you all, appears a highly complex, like think of a shuriken star, but much more complex, like a Mondelbro fractal set. Really sharply edged, about a foot across, and it just starts spinning furiously, and will start to kind of hack away at Ox, I think. And it hits AC 16, which is not going to be enough.
Can I riposte it?
No.
Okay.
It's not a creature.
Okay.
What else can you do? So you've done that, you've done that, and then you're going to do that, and then it moves as far away from you guys as it can. So it moves around the edge of the well, basically. So the well is between you and it. Darian, top of the round.
Right, let's just go for 2 attacks on the... I'm just going to call it a doggo. Oh, well, that's not a hit. Single-digit numbers, man. I do nothing.
Fuck you, single-digit numbers. I know that you're stepping stones to double-digit numbers where the good shit is. Okay, so Darian kind of has a go at it, but kind of just hacks into its tough hide. Colleen.
So you were saying, does he still get his multi-attack or just 1 attack from it?
No, he gets his multi-attack, but he can't. Even if he had like action surge, he couldn't attack twice.
Okay. So he gets an 18 plus...
hits.
Yeah. So that's 6 damage, and then on a second attack, 14 plus 7, and 9 damage on the second attack.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. This thing is still up there, still in for the fight. It's not on its last legs or anything like that. It's still kind of plugging away. You've got a good wound coming from its neck region. You've got various slashes in it, but it's really quite kind of quite up for it. It would be fair to say. Colleen hit it. You say it did, didn't it? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Darren, you're 1. Diego, you're 2. Ox, you're 3. Colleen is 4. And it's 3, so that's Ox. It slashes at you furiously with one of its claws, and hits AC 15, which is just not enough.
I'll riposte at its claw then.
Okay, you riposte at its claw.
I'm going to try to take it off at its wrist.
Okay.
21.
Hits.
Yeah. 16 damage. Oh no, I get an extra thing because it's a. Is it D10?
Oh yeah, superiority dice. Yeah.
Ooh, so 25 damage.
So another 9.
Yeah, another 9.
Okay, you riposte at its claw. Its claw studiously remains attached to its wrist.
Yeah.
Though he kind of goes at you. Okay, Ox, you are in fact then next.
So after I riposted, I'll wheel around and try and hit it again.
Yeah. Okay.
28.
Hits.
18. Where's my? I've lost my dice now. There. 18 damage.
Okay. It's
Then
now,
I'll
it's now starting to look. It's breathing heavily.
So as my axe sticks in, I'll try and like wedge the axe further in with like all my weight. 16, does that hit?
No, you try to, but yeah, you can't quite get into the skin of it.
Okay. And then last attack, 22.
Hits.
Ooh, that's all right. 5, 10, 14, 22 damage. As I just rip the axe back out.
It says, as it moves on to Diego's turn. The ferocity has really left it, but it's still kind of like very much there. Diego.
I'm gonna try and like go for like wherever Diego thinks that this thing would have a temple.
Oh, it has a temple just down the street. And the rest of the guys go there every Sunday. I mean, it's kind of like not really religious, but it still feels like it should. It should worship, and it's a good social occasion. So you're going to strike it as top of the head as possible. 15. Now he just glances off the bone.
Well, I'll try with my dagger. That's more like it. 25.
That will hit.
Cool. What a sneak attack damage on that?
Yeah,
We're
get sneak
all
attack.
surrounding it.
Yeah, sneak
Of course
attack.
you
You get it once per round, so yeah.
Once per turn.
Per turn. So see if you can grant him an attack on someone else's turn. He actually gets sneak attack damage again.
That's quite cool.
Now, in this game, Ox doesn't give a fuck. In our other game, he's like, why are you not giving me attack? Everybody else is like, why are you not taking command and shout? And he's like, well, whatever. And it's like,
Well,
Fenn's
see if Ode cast Dissonant Whispers on something and it ran away from Fen. That would trigger a attack opportunity.
21, 24, 30 points of damage.
Oh, that's because of the sneak attack stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, you smash straight through its temple, kind of clear both hands down. Its corpse is still twitching.
Nice.
Get that wizard! Start running at him!
I like how you focused on that.
The hide of it's like quite thick.
Yeah.
But like the dagger, if the dagger goes in like just a bit of the way, And Diego then has to use his boot to then kick the rest of the dagger in.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, like it gets his leg in an impossibly position to kind of back heel it in.
Yeah.
I like the idea you overdo it though, just wedges in a bit so you kick it and then your foot just goes through with it.
Straight into the stone of the floor. Yeah. It's like got all this blood and gore up one leg. It looks like he's bled his crotch or something. Yeah. Okay, yeah, the ogre is less than impressed with what just happened. Can everybody make me wisdom saves again?
Oh no!
Oh, could Ben not run at the wizard? Ben not got his movement action left.
No.
Oh yeah, he's still got his move.
I can't really do much else.
You can't get any actions though. You can run at him, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that's better.
Yeah, okay. So
I've got Indomitable. I can re-roll a saving throw.
So, Diego, you don't need to make a save because you're outside of its affected area. Because I'm assuming did you move towards it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're outside of the affected area.
I rolled a 9, but I'm going to Indomitable that.
Okay. Remember, you're getting the bonus from Diego, from Darian.
+3.
I wasted it. I got 9 again.
Okay. So you're slowed. So your speed is halved, -2 to your AC. And a dex saving throws. Can't use reactions. You can either use an action or a bonus action, but not both on any given round.
This spell is designed to take Ox out. It's like everything I'm good at. I lose.
Yeah. What do you get, Darian?
I got a flat 17. Well, yeah, 17.
Okay, you're fine, Colleen.
Colleen's already suffering from it, so.
Oh, okay.
It's super slowed.
Yeah, it doesn't affect him again. It doesn't stack. Oh, did he make his wisdom save at the end of his turn?
Oh, I didn't do it. So it would be. It's not looking impressive. Oh wait, no, it's at least 15 because he's beside Darian. So let's just see what the sheet pulls up.
Well, it's a pass, is it?
See, I don't think he has. Oh, he has a +2 to whiz, so it's 17.
Yeah, okay, he's fine. So he. Let's just say that he failed his save at the end. Blah, 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 blah,
oh yeah, and of course he's got to do it again.
So that was it. So now he has to make this save. Yeah, he passed that save at the end of the round. For the second
so he
spell.
got a 15 on the die, so he's definitely passed.
That's fine. Yeah, it's fine. Okay, so it's just affected you, Ox, and then again at you, this weapon, this complex shaped thing is swinging at you, and this time it hits you for lacerating into your dragon hide. Just out of interest, Ox. Nothing. 8, 11.
How immune to you are to poison?
17, 20 points of damage.
Ouch.
Okay.
And then it does that. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So top of the round. So Darian. This is a double. This creature's double move away from you, Darian.
Exactly a double move though. So am I in his face when I double move?
Oh yeah. So it's probably not actually a whole of a double move, but you need to. Yeah, it's more than 30 foot.
So it's like a move, like a move and a half, something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I'm just gonna fully move.
Yeah. Okay. And there are 4 of it clustered around.
Yeah.
Anything else?
I'm not gonna cast a bonus action spell now.
Okay, Colleen.
Colleen is gonna follow suit.
Okay. Suit was just leaving. It's leaving to go down to the temple of the other creature. Arrange a funeral. True story. Right, earlier this morning, I phoned the funeral parlor. The funeral undertakers. And the conversation was basically, "Hi, forgotten where we buried my dad. Could you please tell me?" lost my dead dad's corpse. Could you give me a shout where it is? Because he's buried in a woodland burial thing. So it's not like normal plots. And because we're going to put my mum in there, fucking soon. If I've had a picture. That's getting into that. That's getting into that. Hi, Mum. I know you're not watching, or do you?
She's on viewer on Twitch.
Yeah, so yeah, she's no, she hasn't emailed me to say. She hasn't phoned me up saying, "No, I can't get the computer to work." We don't really have a particularly big kind of like marker for it, and I don't quite know exactly where it is, so that was quite funny. Anyway, but apropos of nothing. Whose turn is it? Killeen's turn.
Killeen followed up and moved
raises
beside
up. Yeah,
Darian.
so he goes beside Darian. Ox, you're half moved, so it's going to take you an additional round to get over there.
So I'll just do my move as far as I can.
So you're like,
You couldn't swing at a space that seems to be wielding the star, could you?
I assume the star's gone back over to the.
not moved yet. No, this is
um,
Ox. Oh.
Can I bash it out the way with a shield?
You can, but it makes no mechanical difference.
Okay. I'll use my.
He's in Baywatch!
I'll use my action to second wind anyway. So
Okay.
that's I'll heal 15.
So because you're slowed, that's your whole turn, right? Because second wind's a bonus action, but you're only allowed a bonus or an action.
yeah.
because
Yeah,
you're
so
slowed.
that move.
I can still move, though.
but yeah, you can't double move. Okay.
Move and then do that.
So David Hasselhoff walks into a bar. Barman says, "Oh, hi, Mr. Hasselhoff." He says, "No, it's okay. Just call me David." He's just said, "Call me the Hoff." He says, "Okay, no hassle." On fire. Okay, make me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, yeah, I forgot that.
You're not next to Darian anymore. He abandoned you.
Natural 20.
Again, he had
feels
that one
wasted,
from saves. What you don't know is Josh has got a sound kind of like effects button. The sound of a dice hitting the table for when he wants to pretend it's just rolling like yeah. Okay, cool. Yep. So you're no longer slowed. Okay, Diego, you were basically halfway
going on
there.
around his mind. Just how fast am I?
Yeah.
Well, you can take a dash.
Yeah, you can dash and still
move.
attack.
You could take a dash and in fact still have your action and bonus action.
Can I get to this wizard?
Yeah. You're there.
Oh, wonderful. Well, then I'll skewer him.
Okay.
You should run up and drop kick him into the well and shout, "This is Circus Hour."
And if you did that, I'd give you at least an inspiration point.
I plunged forward with the rapier.
That was in the one ring game we were going to do that, but anyway, so that's a separate thing. So you're doing what? Sorry.
On a 28.
Well, okay, right, sorry.
Yeah, but I know which spell he's casting, so this could still miss.
On
Okay.
a 28.
Yep.
I say, mages. We don't need no stinking mages.
Okay. And can you roll me a d20 then, please?
Just a d20 flat
Yeah.
roll.
Yeah, a d20 flat roll.
You don't know which spell he's casting, do you?
No.
What did you get?
To attack.
No,
No, just
it's
roll
just a
a
flat
d20.
D20. It's just a probability thing. It's just a probability thing.
A 4.
A 4.
Ooh.
Right, hold on. So you tell it. Right, so I'm having to read this if I am the ogre. Oh, the ogre rolls a d20 actually, but let's just go with what you did. Oh, okay, no, it hits. Yep.
Oh, cool.
Okay,
I
so
was
full
going to
damage.
say, level 12. I thought I took Mage Slayer. It's not on the PDF though.
What, is there more than one ogre there, or is it just the one?
I'll worry
Well,
about that.
There are 4. It looks like there are 4, but they're all clearly
Mirror
duplicates. It's a cast mirror
Okay,
image.
yeah.
They're all clearly duplicates of
I
it.
missed
They're
that
moving
somewhere
together
else.
and all that kind of stuff. So you took Mage Slayer, you say, though you didn't actually write it down. So who knows?
Well,
Mage Slayer with a creature with them because it didn't cast a spell.
I'm working from a level 11 character sheet that's on a PDF.
Okay.
Did you not end up taking that thing that gave you a lot more skills instead?
No.
No, I took that.
Ox took that. So 10, 14.
Yeah. Okay. So Mage Slayer wouldn't apply in this circumstance in any case.
I've lost count now. 10.
The sass is real.
It's going to bite him back, don't you worry.
22. 28.
28 damage. Okay.
28 magical piercing damage.
Yep. Okay. Good stuff. Anything else?
Yeah, I get him with my dagger.
Okay.
Because every little helps. 24.
Right,
No, sorry, 23.
hits.
Oh,
Oh no. Okay. So roll a d20. No, I'll roll a d20.
No, you roll this. The
Okay,
annoying thing
hits.
about mirror image is it doesn't dissipate because it's not concentration.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. Roll damage.
1.
Okay.
It tickles him.
Yeah.
Just shaves his goatee a little bit.
Oh, he's got an evil goatee. Ugh.
Yeah, he's got an evil goatee that's in the corner. Okay, cool. Anything else?
No, that's all my jam.
That's all she wrote.
Okay. Right then.
Yeah. He's in the exact opposite situation I'd want to be in with Aldred. Like, you do not want to be surrounded by lots of melee people.
Okay, so you've got Mage Slayer feet, you're saying, Diego, yeah?
Mage Slayer, yeah.
Okay. It starts to become enveloped in silvery mist. So it's casting a spell.
Then I get a reaction
yes,
to make
you
a
get a
melee
reaction
attack.
to make a melee attack, yeah.
Oh, that means this is also going to be a sneak attack because it's not on your turn. If it
Yeah.
is.
Well, it's my reaction. That shouldn't matter, though, should it?
No,
Well, you're not
it's
going to be able to uncanny dodge is the only thing.
Yeah. It's a 27.
Okay. One of the duplicates puffs, and it appears at the other end of the room. Basically, because Ox didn't move, it's between Ox and you guys in the well. By the well, it just moved out of your zone, and then the star Mandelbro complex shape attacks you, Ox. Oh, and misses completely. And Darian.
So I'm assuming this is going to be like a Benny Hill situation, and I'm going to have to double move, yeah?
No, it's a single move. It's not because it. Otherwise, it would have gone, but it would have landed next to Ox. So that was not the plan of action it preferred.
Right. In that case, I will single move and go and attack it.
Yep. Okay.
Okay. 12 plus 8, so that's a non-natural 20. Do
Yep,
I hit a
You
mirror?
hit the real thing.
Cool. That's not that impressive. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 radiant magical damage.
9 on that. Okay, it is quite. It's not wearing particularly good armor, and you're slashing into its folds of flesh, and it's bleeding quite a bit. Anything else?
Next attack. 11 plus 8. Do I hit a mirror?
It's got 2 left, hasn't it? Ooh. You hit one of its. What do you hit?
I hit AC.
Yeah,
19.
It's
19.
fine. Yep, you hit a duplicate. One of its duplicates disappears. Away.
Okay, that's all I can do.
Yep. Okay. Ox.
Colleen before me, innit?
Is it
Oh,
not
yeah,
Colleen?
Colleen. Sorry. Yeah, Colleen. Sorry.
Colleen swaggers up and 16 plus 7.
Okay. Hits a duplicate, so there's just the one left. Looking around, you can see panic on its face.
I would be.
Make a perception roll, actually, Darian.
Oh, I just rolled Colleen's attack, sorry, and that's
Yeah, okay.
going to be that's going to be a 17.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, and Darian's perception is going to be bad. It's it's 6.
Yeah, okay, it looks panicked. Okay, roll Colleen's damage.
6.
Okay, it's still there. Ox.
So I'm not slowed anymore, am I? So
No, you're not because you made
No,
wisdom save, didn't you?
yeah. So
Finish him!
I'm just gonna I was like moving slow, and then suddenly it just wears off, and I just speed right up and just run at him and just swing. It's like being shot out of a cannon. 19, does that hit?
Yep.
8, 9, 11, 19 damage.
Okay, it drops to the floor. Thuds down.
Nice.
Okay, everybody make me perception rolls.
Darian again, or no?
Yeah, down again.
Okay.
Ooh.
So Darian did bad.
15.
Colleen did good.
15.
15.
I think Colleen did better than you.
So 15 plus will, as it kind of lands and its head smacks against the stern, you see little glass lenses, circular things, kind of drop from its eyes. You never saw them when they were there, but it just kind of like drops to the ground and kind of like spins off the kind of coin shape, 10 pence piece shaped. Glad you got it, boys. Yeah, a voice comes from one of the corner of the room.
I'll wheel around and look, see what that
We'll
is.
take defensive stances. Dodge actions, some might say.
Detaching itself from the shadow of the corner, and because of you not having dark vision, you've all had to bring your light sources and such like with
I've got goggles.
You've got goggles, yeah. Emaciated, short, hunchbacked figure kind of steps forward. It's got a really scraggly beard and kind of like scars around the edges of it. It's dressed in rags.
Is that Praxin?
I was going to say that.
It moves far faster than the Praxin. It's moving at snail pace. Really broad shoulders and kind of what would have been quite a broad chest. So it's kind of like a really badly starved dwarf.
Oh.
Axe. Give me the axe. Come on. Give me the axe. As it's beckoning, you see a silver chain around its arm. The silver chain runs, kind of gets lost in the floor a little bit, but then you see it attaches to the waist of the ogre, and then goes up to the ogre's arm.
Oh.
And it kind of comes across, and it kind of walks up to you. I am Meme, last of the dwarf kings. Give me the fucking axe.
I'll hand him one of my... Is he assuming my axe is he on about?
He's talking to you.
Give him your axe, goddammit.
Just give him a
Well,
adamantine hand axe.
Yeah, I'll give him the Antine hand axe.
Thank you, creature. And he walks across to the ogre. I told you, and I told your father. And he cleanly severs the ogre's arm. Just one blow. Yeah, this is good axe. And he spits in its face, and it pulls at the chain. But the chain doesn't come off. You fucking creatures! You warp it. And he picks up the arm and just starts splashing at the ogre furiously with its on the end.
Put a lock on this thing.
Turn this fucking creature over. Turn this fucking creature over. Come on. He starts to try and turn it, but it's just not got the strength.
Oh, it's a flip it. Okay.
Oh, okay, we'll help him flip it, I guess.
It can open its legs. Open its fucking legs. Okay, he gets in there and just like in the fat, it's like a ferret burrowing in a fat person. Shoots him open. Gets the axe, and before anyone can stop it, just rams the axe right up its arsehole. And kind of like, I fucking told you I was going to fuck you hard.
Babe.
Basically. It's just kind of like Killian is like, okay, what's the
Killian's gone
actual
green.
fuck? And then
Everyone just glances at Darren like, is this lawful?
everybody glances at Ox and thinks, "Do you want that back?"
No, I'm getting axed back. I'm not losing a Valentine axe.
And then in really deep, quite proud but very resonant language, it can only be a curse. You assume it can only be a curse, as it kind of spits on it and walks away, dragging the ogre's arm still attached, swirls it around. Who dealt the killing blow?
Clean.
No. It was an ox because ox darted forward and then.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Yeah, it was me.
It comes over to you, Ox. And he's really breathing. You can see the sweat pouring down him. I am Meme, last of my line. And these creatures, they killed my sons. As is the way. You have freed me. You have freed me. And I swear my loyalty to you for a year and a day.
A year and a day.
A year and a day. I am bonded to you. And then I am free to pursue the goals that have been denied me these last centuries.
What is it you've been denied
Freedom.
by these ogres?
Freedom. And to do the research that makes me proud again.
You don't need to swear loyalty to me.
I am loyal to you, as is the way of my people, to those who free us from emancipation.
Then you're no better off. I'm no better than the ogre. So
Then you're going to end
you're
up being
free.
exactly like the fucking ogre. You can't free me, and he smashes the arm. This is a sign of my emancipation. It's not in your gift. This is my tribe, my clan's way. You do not have the rights to free me.
Is there a lock on this?
It's demanded by the gods. It is.
On this thing.
Not that you can see.
Hmm.
It'll rot. See the eyepieces it wore. They're valuable.
Yeah, I was going to say, Diego, pick up the my piece.
Carved by my hand from some of the most magical substances.
Because you say it was an eyepiece.
Yeah, like 2 lenses basically.
Ah, yeah. Okay.
Carved by my hand. And he points over the glass. Powered by my carvings.
Okay.
Meme, have you heard of the Omladrin Gems? By chance?
That's what I was wanting to do.
Yes, that is what they're called now by your people. The Umla Mountains, of course. Omladrin, of course. Yes, you hold stuff. Those lenses are crafted from Omladrin gems.
Oh.
Well, we need to get more.
He says, like the ogres when they killed me and mine, you do not possess the secrets. Just the dwarves, just I. My head, my memories. He holds up kind of like shaking hands. My hands are the only ones that possess the craft. It is in the shaping of the gems to unlock the various powers.
Well,
It's like he's sworn loyalty to us then.
yeah, yes.
You
To me.
are the one that dealt the blow that killed Axos
Well, you have Baumut to thank for that. Like, heft my axe a bit.
Leader of the good dragons, and yet you wear red.
Ah.
But you made such great noise, and the signal was dispatched to the center. There will be reinforcements. So, do you hear the rumbling? I can hear the rumbling coming from the tunnel.
Is there actually a rumbling? Can I make a perception check?
Perception checks. If anybody's got tremor sense, then they can have advantage.
15.
So once again, Darian fails, and Killing probably fails.
17.
15.
You don't hear any rumblings.
Yeah.
Right, we need to get some Omladrin gems and go then.
So he was saying the places are Omladrin gems, or you can see them through them.
He said they were carved from Omladrin gems, and he alluded to the fact that the way in which you carve the gems can unlock different magical powers or properties.
Well, I'm going to.
I need my kit. He walks back, dragging the cut arm on a length of chain. He's managed to pull it down to about 2 or 3 feet, but it bounces along behind him, and he kind of goes over to a chest, and he just smashes it and smashes it and smashes it, and his hand becomes blooded, and he just reaches in as he's broken the wood through, and he pulls out a leather kind of like pouch. Let's take these weapons, and he points to a rack of crossbows. That are heavy crossbows to you.
Okay.
Could be useful. I'm going to go retrieve my axe in a slightly disgusted manner.
I mean, do you know where we could find some more Omladrin gems?
The ogres, their empire mines them. He takes you across to the glass, which does look like a layout of the London Tube map, but slightly more complex. And you can see down right at the southern end, the bottom end of the glass, right down by the floor. He points in, and you can see the terminus of the yellow line.
Yeah.
And then it kind of goes up to where you are, and you know how like a major station is a circle and a small station is just a line.
Yeah.
At right angles on the London Tube. It's kind of like got lots of these things, and there's a clear hub towards the center of the map where all of the kind of lines mostly converge. The ogre citadel, the ogre city, and it's not a geographic map, so it's quite hard to understand distances and such like, because the stations seem to be equally spaced and whatnot. There's a little patch where the crimson line kind of comes around, and then it goes into a patch of darkness, of almost as if the glass is smoked, where that goes, and there's another kind of patches around that, and then just about half as way again to the north of the ogre city, there's a real big patch of darkness, and there's a number of lines that terminate around that edge of the darkness, and he taps it and says, "Enemies. The ogres have enemies," and he smiles a deep smile. And then he just smashes the whole thing, and he reaches down to the bottom of the case, and he pulls out kind of about the size of a D4, a bluey crystal.
Gem.
And he passes it across to you, Ox.
I'll take the crystal.
An Omladrin gem, a sizable one. Everybody make perception checks.
Darian did bad.
14.
Killing did worse.
18. You do hear a rumbling, coming down from the tunnel.
From the well.
From the well, yeah. He described it as a tunnel.
Yeah.
Come on. They'll be coming in forces through here and
You're
probably
able to
through the
fight?
entrance. He I mean, despite the anger and the frustration he's showing, he's clearly on some kind of dwarven adrenaline come down.
Yeah, he's
You know them smoke areas was one of them that area that went in early with them creatures. Was that one of the smoke areas? Yeah. Hmm.
Mm.
We've got one gem.
Yeah, but they're
Plus a
not.
couple of lenses.
We came.
There's a
prepared,
bigger
really.
force in here than the three of us
anticipated.
plus, sorry, four of us plus a dishevelled dwarf can.
Is there a place we can find raw Omladrin gems, do you think, rather than going to the Citadel? I'll ask Meme.
They're very rare. There are worked veins, but the ogres work them all.
Okay.
Because that would probably be our best bet, or our safest bet, rather.
Oh, we'll have to invade the ogre citadel.
Mean
I'm not sure with.
the Citadel. Was this once
Are we
your
getting
home?
out?
Was this mine once? Was this mountain once yours? For the
My clans.
Yeah, good.
My clans.
and what if we
We need
were
to
able
escape.
to return?
We need to escape. He starts to kind of like get quite agitated. They'll come in numbers. You don't understand the forces. Even the basic weapons and instruments they force me to create. It's complicated, but they can channel the elemental planes.
We need to find a way out then.
Back the way we came.
He basically points that way.
Beeline.
Oh yeah, we came on. I kept thinking we flew in on dragons. We flew on a carpet, didn't we? In the end.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is at the back at the entrance.
Let's get going then.
Let's go. Yep.
He struggles to keep
Make
up with
haste.
you.
He struggles.
Yeah.
Pick him up, Ox. You're strong.
I don't think he'd appreciate that, to be honest. But I can do. I can offer him a piggyback.
He takes it.
All right.
He stinks.
Yeah, he would.
To be fair, so do I. I'm covered in ogre guts.
Yeah. As is Diego, up one leg.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. Are you grabbing something with the crossbows and crossbow bolts?
So what? Sorry.
Crossbows, crossbow bolts.
We'll take the heavy. Yeah, I'll definitely take a heavy
Yeah,
one.
take the
Sling it
heavy
over my
one.
shoulder and crossbow bolts.
Can I have? Is there any javelins I could take?
Yeah, there's a stash of javelins. Fatima Whiprod is handing them out.
Are they all heavy crossbows, or are
They are heavy
yeah,
crossbows. They're ogre hand crossbows, so they're heavy crossbows.
All right. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair. All right.
Okay, you kind of like race out through the complex. Meme screams in slight agony when you kind of go past the entrance stuff into the dark area. Shaman magic keeps it at bay, he says, and pointing to the kunk that's around it. The ogres never advance from there without my help. And then he kind of races. You race out to the kind of main entrance.
Mhm.
What are you doing, guys?
So are we going for the wyverns, or are we going just to get on our carpet and go?
We might get chased by wyverns if we're on a carpet.
Yeah, I'm wondering if we can keep low enough in the tree line though. So that's the only option. Go low in the tree line and hope they don't see us, or try
We've
and
got to
tame
go across a
wyverns.
lake
But
first, haven't we?
How do you think that we're going to do against taming wyverns though?
Depends if I know we're here yet.
We did fairly well against wyverns last time.
Yeah. Well, if we get on the carpet and just go, gun it straight away, and go straight across the low on the lake and get into the trees, we might catch them by surprise.
Make perception checks, guys. I'm going to assume that some of you are going to kind of like, maybe have a look at
peer
it.
out.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a 5.
Oh, Darian rolled a natural 20, which is still a 20, and Colleen rolled a 7. No, probably just a 16.
15.
Okay, so the 15 is Ben
Colleen
Silver's.
rolled a 16, and Darian rolled a 20.
Okay, so 15 and 16, you guys see there are 5 wyverns circling around the lake, just kind of like backwards and forwards. With a 20, you see a much larger creature. You recognise what looks to be at least a young red dragon.
Oh,
Circling a little bit higher.
Tasty.
Okay, Darian will definitely relay that. So it's going to need to be wyverns.
In the Waterdeep game, Darian would have decided not to tell anybody.
Is there another exit to this complex meme that we could escape from? Because it seems we're surrounded by formidable opponents.
He shakes his head.
Really? Only one way in, one way out?
It's the end of the line, he says.
I guess wyverns it is.
Should take the dragon. Slay it. Could do with some new scales for my armor.
So are we going to try and go up that spiral to get wyverns then? In the nest?
What, kill the wyverns in a nest?
No, like, try and ride them.
Oh, right, we could do. If they're receptive to us.
They're receptive. They'll be receptive to violence. Asserting dominance, that's all you need to do with wyverns.
Yeah, we'll get out a try then.
Okay. So you're heading up. So you can go single file through up into that, and there's you kind of get in there, you kind of get out. Everybody make perception checks as well.
Oof, Darian being perceptive all of a sudden.
Again.
Darian rolled a natural 19, and Colleen, that's probably a 13.
Okay.
23.
Off in the tunnels, you heard the sound of kind of people, kind of heavy people racing down. You don't quite know how far away because it was an echo. And there is one wyvern chained up. It growls at you, and its stinger gets up into combat stance.
Okay.
That's a bad idea.
Darian roars at it and tries to do an intimidation check.
Can I roar it in Draconic as well? After I'll let Darian do it first.
Oh no, you go first.
No, you go first. No, you've already said you're going first. I'm just standing back and watching, amused.
Diego doesn't recall any vocal cords.
That's a 16 plus. How does he have a 4?
Because you're very charismatic.
I remember, but no, I'm not trained in it. It should be plus 3. It's a 19. I don't know why that says plus 4.
It's still in combat stance. It doesn't seem to be that perturbed, and the wyverns don't speak Draconic.
What? Sorry.
Wyverns don't speak Draconic.
I'd rather kill this thing.
No, this isn't. No, let's not waste any more time. This isn't working. Let's just get on the carpet.
We can't go.
Yeah.
Okay, who's going to fly the carpet?
The problem is we're not faster than the wyverns, though.
Okay, so this is so put a little bit of thought into how we can do a chase. Okay.
Yeah,
so,
can we go through the tree line to try and slow them down?
So
So
I was thinking about this, and I thought, okay, this is a likely outcome of the situation you're in. So whilst you're not faster than the wyverns, you are more manoeuvrable than the wyverns, and in fact, the red dragon. So we'll do it as a chase. So essentially, they'll be trying to chase you. One of the advantages the carpet has is it can't get exhausted, whereas these creatures can. So you can duck and dive, and I've got a little table of potential complications in the chase and such like as well that may happen. So what I was trying to think, what was the best way to represent being able to pilot the carpet in a really agile way. And frankly, the best way to do it is acrobatics, because it's about the only skill that I thought about Arcana because it's a magic thing.
Right.
But I was kind of like, well, that's about magical theory more than anything else. But acrobatics is about being able to manage in 3-dimensional space, and whilst a lot of it's about your body movements and all that kind of stuff, some of that will most accurately translate to being able to kind of steer the carpet. It's not perfect, an animal handling check for a live creature. But that's what we're doing. So the pilot, whomever you choose to fly this thing, will have to focus on flying it because they can't be shooting and doing all that other kind of stuff as well.
Yeah.
But they'll be making acrobatics rolls. And if they succeed in a contested acrobatics roll against the kind of wyverns and the dragon, then the pilot will get to choose whether they want to have advantage on a stealth roll to attempt to hide, grant advantage on attack rolls against a single creature to everybody else on the carpet, or apply disadvantage on anybody trying to attack you for everybody on the carpet. So essentially it's the equivalent. I'll call it the carpet dodge action.
The Darian maneuver.
If Darian was a
flying the
carpet, this is what it would do. So if you win on your acrobatics roll, which is kind of like, essentially you get into a position, so you maneuver the carpet so that you're kind of like getting down low to try to hide, so you get a stealth roll, or you kind of like go really aggressive at one creature, so you get in a good attack position on that creature, so you get advantage in attack rolls, or you're kind of like flying quite defensively, so you they get disadvantage attacking you. Okay. And either you get to hide, or they get exhausted and give up the chase, or you get eaten or kill them.
Yeah. So question, the hide. Well, obviously they'll all be able to make like perception checks, right? So is there a chance that we say like we hide, we lose some, and then we can engage like maybe like the two that are still following us? Is that like
depending upon how well they're able to communicate between themselves, you don't really know that. And also, a chunk of it will be what's the terrain like that you're hiding in, and how obvious it is that you've gone to ground and stuff. And some of the stuff will give you benefits on hide and such like.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So who's going to fly this thing?
Master Diego.
Well, it's Ox's carpet. I think he should decide.
Ox would be far too distracted by a red dragon flying around the sky to fly it.
Diego's the best one at being upside down, so that's my logic.
Who's best with a
Yeah,
crossbow? Just at the back in case we need to fire off some crossbows.
Well, I took javelins because they're strength based for ranged attacks, right? Am I right in saying that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah, because you got the mechanic of throwing it rather than the aiming it.
Yeah, and you guys can probably fire these ogre-sized hand crossbows. I can't.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Okay.
So Diego, you're going to pilot the thing?
Yeah.
Okay.
Captain Diego.
Welcome aboard.
That's my sci-fi game.
Welcome aboard the Darkblade Express. Eventually, exits are here and
That's
here.
exactly what Diego says.
You made the circus I run in less than 12 hours.
I was thinking it's like the Millennium Falcon.
Please kill your own ogre before killing others' ogres.
Welcome to the Millennium Weretiger.
Millennium Arabian Rug.
The rug is now called the Millennium Weretiger.
Expensive Cholton carpet.
I think the episode is called the Millennium Weretiger. Okay, so you kind of all get on meme. It kind of like goes, "You came in that thing? You're braver than I thought."
What a hunk of junk!
It's all fraying. And everybody thinks
This baby's tougher than she looks, pats it.
yeah. Everybody in the audience is like, it looks like an alright rug, and then the prequel gets released where they've got proper starships in. Who goes, oh, I understand what I mean now. Okay, so let's have some initiative.
Come on.
17.
Oh, that's a 3 for... No, that's a 4 for Darian, and 16 for Killeen.
We're getting out of here, boys. It's a 22.
Hold on to your butts.
Punch it.
Punch it.
Well, Diego puts his goggles back. I was like, I feel the need for speed.
Boom, gone.
Yeah.
Okay, so roll me an acrobatics check, Diego.
Yeah.
Make it spicy.
They call him the Black Blur.
Well, Danny Baker does, and then it steps back.
Oh, that's very good. 30.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's an impossible check.
That's
So let's say that.
That's a 17 plus 13.
So let's say there's no great advantage to doing a stealth at the moment because, well, you're hiding in a lake.
Water, yeah.
So you've got you can either decide to be really aggressive and grant advantage against a single. The red dragon's a bit too far away. You're not going to make it.
Yeah.
But you could against one of the wyverns, or you could give disadvantage to them attacking you. Aggressive or
evasive.
defensive.
Be evasive and stay away from the red dragon because I can burn our carpet.
Yeah, that's too far away for now, though. Anyway, I think you just go like as fast as you possibly can towards the tree line. Just...
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna
say like really quite close down to the lake.
Yeah. Okay.
We're almost practically skimming this thing.
Yep. Okay. Cool. So I'm going to say then that you're going to be flying more conservatively than aggressively.
Yeah,
because we're not flying at anything yet.
Okay. Cool. So Diego, that's your action.
At this point, it's like more like a straight line.
You're like, Fung. It takes a little while for the wyverns to kind of see you, but they catch the movement and they start. You can see them home in, and the red dragon starts to kind of drop quite aggressively as well. Ox.
Okay,
so the wyverns have got ogre riders on them, and they've got the pennants floating out behind them as well. The pennants start to unfurl, so they're not like the straight box ones like in Shogun, but they're starting to unfurl. Do you know, like acrobatics kind of have them? It follows them around the sky and stuff. And they're slightly different colours for each one of them.
Okay.
As they move through the air, diving down, there's a screech like a Stuka.
I will load my. Is it take a round to load a crossbow?
I don't think so. No,
I think it's a bonus, isn't it?
Yeah, I think it's a bonus action. It's like got the ammunition. It's a bonus action for these, and you can shoot.
Do I still get 3 shots then if I get 3 attacks? Or does that not work with real?
You would, but because you have to reload, that's a no.
Okay. So I'll just take a pot shot at one of the ogres riding a wyvern.
Yep.
The nearest one.
Yep.
Well, if you go for the wyvern, the ogre's going to be down on the ground.
No, the ogre's riding on the wyvern.
Oh yeah, and they're strapped in as well. That's a good point.
That's my my dex isn't great. That's +5. That's an 11.
It hits.
Oh. What damage does a heavy crossbow do?
It's like a D8.
D10.
D10, yeah, D10.
And what do I add to that? Just my dex?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're proficient in it as well, aren't you?
Well, yeah, I'm proficient with all weapons. I'm a fighter.
Yeah, so do you add your proficiency to damage normally?
No.
Okay, fair enough then.
I don't think so.
I kind of know how to play.
No.
Okay.
4 damage.
4 damage. Okay, yep. You ping 1 into it. Okay. Alright, so then the red dragon, it's double moving.
Yeah.
Down. You see on the red dragon unfurls huge banners, and there is a mightily dressed, really kind of like large looking ogre. It's got this helmet that kind of rises up, almost dragon shaped as it comes off, and a pennant just flies off of that, and as it's flying off it, it's sparkling a little bit. As you kind of like some of you glance back at some movement in the cave, you see a group of ogres racing out. One of them looks like it's got kind of a barrel on its shoulder, and it kind of like fires in this eruption of flame, like
it has fireworks.
A fire lance kind of like comes out of it, but you're much further away.
Can we get a free action to shout after I fire my bolt if I see that red dragon? Can I shout in Draconic?
Yeah.
As loud as I can. No dragon should be slave to an ogre.
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
Just to rile them up a bit.
Take an inspiration point.
Thanks.
Okay, Colleen is next.
Colleen is going to. Who is within? What's the range of a javelin?
Like 30 feet? I don't know.
I don't imagine it's far. I feel like it's 20, if anything. Oh, there we go. Javelin. 30 feet, yes. Is there anything within 30 feet?
Not yet, no.
He will ready an action for the first ogre that's within 30 feet.
He also has his crossbow.
He got a dex modifier of 0 though.
Yeah, okay. Okay. So he's ready his action to do that. Okay, so the wyverns kind of come racing in. One of them comes into 30 feet.
Okay. So he's tossing a javelin. Oh, that's bad.
You know that scene at the start of Thor Ragnarok where the dragon's chasing him and he's flying, he's getting closer. It's like that, isn't it?
That's a 15.
Hits. Is he going for the Is he going for the wyvern of the ogre?
The ogre.
Okay, that hits. It hit the wyvern as well. Actually, now I check it.
Okay, so it's just gonna be d6 plus. Stop closing. I think it's plus 3, so it's 6 damage.
Okay, cool. It's kind of like javelin hits it and kind of then skids off a little bit, but it's taken a little bit out. Okay, so one of the wyverns comes kind of like really in close, and banks slightly to the side and kind of has a go at probably Ox is the largest figure on there with its stinger. Crits.
Oh!
1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm gonna like parry this just to take some of the sting out of it.
16 damage, and make me a Constitution saving throw.
Okay, well, and I'll parry it, so
Yeah, okay.
reduces it by 10.
Yeah, okay.
Constitution saving throw. My Constitution is pretty good. 17.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, you feel the poison, but you kind of just resist it. As
So
you
I
kind of
take-
move through. Oh no, you take half actually. So you take half. So you take 7, 12, 16, 21, 23, 23, 25. So you take 12 damage poison.
Okay.
And I get some more d6s. And then one of the other ogres, one of the wyverns kind of like comes alongside you, but about 20 feet away, and the ogre throws a javelin at Diego.
Hold on, sorry, I forgot to mention this. See, when it crit Ox, did we not have advantage on dodging stuff because of Diego's
Oh
check?
yeah, of course, yeah, because it's got disadvantage. So it missed you actually to take all that damage back. Thank you.
Well
Yes!
remembered.
I'm glad you
The
remembered
rules
that.
lawyer strikes again!
12.
Always you.
It's always me.
18, AC 18.
Meets it. Meets it.
Okay, so, and as this thing kind of comes, the javelin, the tip of it starts to kind of burst into flame. When it starts to kind of burn down. Javelins do 2d6. 7, 11, 11, and another d6. 16 points of damage.
Ooh. How's Diego looking, by the way?
Can he
Oh,
dodge
he's
that?
looking
Fantastic.
very well.
It looks
So
brilliant.
I swear I took
It's
some
amazing.
potions at the end of
Yeah, you,
last
you use both your
Looking very
potions.
handsome.
to that thing. I down the it was either potions or a short. Did we have a short rest or potions? I think
Two
Wait,
potions.
we-
Two potions.
we had
two
potions. But did you not get
Yeah.
bitten by? Did you not get bitten by that dog creature earlier?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, yeah. So that was 31 damage that I took in that fight.
Okay, as long as you say you're okay. Let me know when you're quote unquote bloodied.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Diego's
I
like, I'm fine as he's like slumped over unconscious in the front of it, as it nosedives into the lake.
Yeah.
Yeah, let me know when Diego's bloodied then.
You know that Diego's got a problem when you say to him, "How you doing, Diego?" He goes, "I'm a little bit concerned."
Yeah.
Like, you look across to Diego, and he looks in his element. I mean, he looks like a Jamaican bobsleigher, like going really quick, but remarkably casual with it. Okay, so that happened. They did that. So Darian.
So can I melee the rider that just tried to attack Ox?
No, it's got 10-foot reach.
I can't melee
it was
anywhere,
it was
can I?
it was a wyvern that used its pincer with its 10-foot reach.
Throw a javelin.
Oh, can I not melee anything then?
No, they're deliberately not coming that close.
That would be so stupid. I'm not jumping onto one of them.
Again.
In your heavy armor.
Over a lake.
Not jumping onto one. Jumping onto one of them.
And you hit a creature with a weapon attack. Okay. We're going to do that then. Let's throw a javelin at the rider that attacked Diego then.
Mm-hmm.
11 plus, it would be 7 because
Hits.
it's strength. Cool. I don't get Divine Smite on my non-melee attacks though. Feels bad. I'm gonna do a menacing attack. My superiority is a D6 though. But I'm gonna do a menacing attack.
What's that do?
It's gonna make a fear effect on the guy.
Oh, okay.
So when you hit a creature with a weapon attack, you can expend 1 superiority die, the only one I have. You add your superiority dice to the damage, and you must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it's frightened until the end of...
It got 17 on the dice.
That is almost definitely a pass.
And
8, 9, 10, 11,
it's
12.
got 15. It's got -2 to its wisdom,
14,
though.
15.
There's a 15.
Yeah, the DC was 15.
Oh, okay. So roll damage and do an extra d6 fire damage as you fling the javelins that you recovered, and the tip ignites.
Ah. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Look at your
13,
face,
14.
not looking at your face. That'll probably be like Darren's reaction of, ah!
Yeah! 15 damage altogether.
Yep. Okay. Cool. 15 on that one.
I look forward to seeing that back.
Quickly glancing down at the javelins, you notice that some of them have kind of almost glass tip around them with a small kind of like little powder inside, but not all of them do. There's say 3 that have that on the tip.
Can I draw and toss another one?
Can you? Yeah, screw it. Why not?
Okay. Same ogre then.
Yep. Okay. One of the fire ones
15 plus 7.
hits.
Okay, oh, that's a 1. 3, 6.
Okay, cool. It kind of smashes into it, but kind of the wyvern turns a little bit, and it only gets a glancing blow.
Yeah, like the first one gets a solid hit, and then the second one's like, whoa!
Okay, so you're kind of hitting the edge of the lake now, kind of keeping as close as you can. The ground is undulating, and there's a copse. The wyverns are starting to. It looks like they're cycling the injured ones out, and the new ones are coming through. There's a screeching of these creatures, and you quickly look across, and it looks like there's other packs of wyverns kind of off in the very distance to the horizon that are kind of like coming down. The biggest threat though is the red dragon, and it occurs to you that possibly the wyverns are just trying to keep you hemmed in a little bit or keep tight to you, so the red dragon's clearly the main threat.
Yeah, it's basically a fox hunt, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's exactly what this is.
Without any anti-hunt protesters. Okay, give me your acrobatics roll, please. There you go. In fact, no, just roll me a d20 to start with. Roll a d20 to start with. And just tell me what number you got on the dice.
And just tell you what the flat number is.
Yeah.
16.
16. Okay, roll me your acrobatics.
Already did. That's a 15 plus 13.
15 plus 13. There is absolutely no
So
way
it's
that
very-
I can do
Very
anything
close to a
about that.
30.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, cool. So we get to choose again.
Cool. The defense. Let's start with the defenses. So quite a lot like ducking and diving. And...
Yeah, okay, so you're keeping as low as you can, kind of trying to keep the carpet kind of. One tries to slice in front of you, and you duck underneath it, and you kind of pull back and around. It's kind of like Olwen, not Glorfindel, who it really was. Being chased by the nine as you're kind of like going through, and all this kind of meme is like, I need Elrond.
But in all the dimensions.
Yeah, okay. You barrel roll it, Ox nearly falls off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Colleen's holding on by his hands to the back of it.
Ox, in fact, is next. You think that the Red Dragon's possibly got another round of catching you up, and then it's going to be in some form of range.
So we should probably try and hide next round.
Let me have a look.
How far away are we from the trees?
We're in them.
The small copses of trees pretty much everywhere. There's nothing great substance. The best bet that you would have would be to try to duck down and kind of like hide in the edge of a ravine, but you're going to be making you'll have disadvantage on your stealth roll at the moment because the landscape's not particularly great.
So how far is the nearest wyverns from?
About 30 foot.
How many are within? If I had a cone behind me, how many could I get?
One. Remember, have you used your acid breath already?
Yes,
He's
I've
talking
used my
about the
acid breath.
horn.
Ah, okay.
So I'm going to whip out the horn, and I'm going to shout in Draconic at the top of my voice.
I can't wait for this to explode and take the carpet out.
Only cowards work for ogres, and then blast the horn.
Mm-hmm.
Blow
up.
Each creature must make a Constitution saving throw, and I have to roll a D10, a D% in it. I'll use my metal ones. I'm all right.
I'll use my metal one, so that's the only sound effect I have.
The weighted ones.
50, so that's fine.
So it's not blowing the carpet out of the sky?
No, it's not blowing the carpet out of the sky. That'd be fucking hilarious if it did that.
For me.
1, 2.
I'd actually give Diego an acrobatics check to try to recover, is how I'd play that.
Whereas the rest of us just tumble into in heavy armour.
Like, the carpet gets shoved 20 feet to the side from the concussive force, and then, in fact, probably needs an acrobatics check because of Newton's third law.
Oh, that's quite good. 3, 6.
What DC is the save?
15.
Okay.
And it's called
11. Yeah. 15. 17 damage.
Okay.
So I need it, or half if they succeed.
Do they take half if they succeed?
I think so. Yeah, half. Half if they succeed, and they're deafened from if they failed. Yeah.
Okay, so the wyvern fails, the ogre succeeds. So what happens is you kind of like shout this out in Draconic on the horn.
Yeah.
And this kind of wyvern gets hit in this concussive blast, which is heard miles away. It's like a sonic boom.
Yeah.
This...
It says we hit light speed.
In 5 days' time, yokels are going to be complaining about aliens to Diego because of the sonic boom. Do you know, and like fighter jets over Anglesey or something. And the wyvern just kind of gets shoved.
We're going all the wrong way.
The wyvern just gets shoved to the side and starts to tumble down and kind of like recovers itself, but you can see blood kind of like coming out of its space. The ogre slightly dazed is trying to recover it, but you kind of like this thing's kind of swooping in and it goes kind of like tumbles off down, kind of like almost in fact lands into a copse of trees, shatters it, taking 21 points of damage on 4d6.
Oh, 46!
46.
Jesus!
That was high.
How many hit points do these badges have anyway? Oh, they have a fuck ton. 24, 30, 41. Okay. Anything else, Ox?
No, that's my go.
Okay. So the red dragon, relentless. It screams in Draconic, saying...
Not my fault!
It's satisfies.
Saying, I'm just going to burn you anyway. You're lucky this ogre's holding me back. Hold me back. Colleen is next.
Colleen is probably just going to throw some javelinage at the one that is it within 30 feet. The one that just got blasted by the horn.
No, it's pushed away. It's down in the copse, well out of the way. There's another one behind, which is about 40 feet.
Mm.
He will ready an action to attack the rider of the red dragon.
Yep. Okay. Okay. So then, an uninjured wyvern kind of comes past. It's doing almost a flyby attack. Kind of swoops down using its greater speed. Comes through, turns its back. Has a go with disadvantage with its stinger at Ox, who I'm assuming is kind of like standing proud on the back, kind of like. Kind of
Well,
trying to attention.
I'm right on the back, like, cause I'm waiting for a breath weapon to come at us, and I want to like take the full brunt of it to shield everyone else.
Okay, noble sacrifice. It rolled 88 on 2d20, so it completely misses.
I survived.
It's not coming in close enough to. Oh, it could use its bite. It's still got reach, but it's been flying, so it can't really use its bite. That's fine. Another wyvern attempts to kind of come across the front of you to have a go at Diego with its stinger. Diego manages to kind of just duck underneath it. It kind of like starts to spin itself off. The ogre's like, woo! It's like Darth Vader in the trench run.
Yeah.
Spinning off. Wyvern, Darian, you're next.
Darian is going to. Oh my god, that would be such a good spell.
Wish he had the spell.
No, I did prepare this one.
Let's think. What spell could this be? Eldritch Blast.
I was thinking, I know this is for some reason.
Rebuke. What you don't know is that Darian's actually changed his class to a warlock. He saw how well it worked out. For Iggy.
So Darian is going to lean over. So he's going to sheath. Well, no, he doesn't have a weapon drawn because he threw a javelin. He's going to lean over to.
Are you out of javelins?
I wish I had
Diego.
weapon bond at this point.
You wish what? Sorry.
He's going
I had weapon bond. That'd be awesome. Just slinging Balmut's axe and calling it back. That'd be awesome.
I'm going to cast Sanctuary on Diego.
Ooh.
Ah, smart move. They have to make a wisdom check to attack him, yeah?
Yeah, so if anyone tries to attack Diego, they have to make a wisdom saving throw. On the failed save, they must choose a new attack for the target. And the spell doesn't.
How long does that last for?
1 minute.
Okay, so if you make it back, it's not going to save you from really bad tabloid press.
So it's actually.
I was going to say.
I didn't realize it's 1 minute.
Yeah.
Paul,
Yep.
based because I'm flying the carpet and because we're being chased by this young red dragon.
It looks young. It might be just small.
It's just far away.
Yeah.
It might be the Napoleon of dragons.
Yeah. But
In
what
fairness, was average height anyway.
are we going on? Are we going on my deck save or
For the
If,
carpet.
like-
If it fires you, yes, the carpet will go on your deck save.
You have a +3 because you're next to Darian.
Yeah, and if I pass it, we don't actually get burned,
Oh.
or I don't anyway.
Oh, because you feel basic.
I'm happy to go with that. So since you're controlling the carpet, your
That's a
deck
hell of an
save is
evasive maneuver.
the deck save of everybody in the carpet in this circumstance. That sounds pretty cool to me.
Yeah. Oh.
Now, I just imagine like you put this magic. This flame comes and you just do this ridiculous backflip, and the dragon's just like wearing, and it's just like punch him on the noggin and fly off.
Darian lands the carpet on its back. Diego lands the carpet on its back. Okay, so anything else?
That's what I
Darian? So you
wanna
cast Sanctuary. You kind of put your arms around Diego and kind of like keep him safe. And as you step back, the arms stay there, start to rub his nipples.
Well, like what the hell? Darren has spells.
That wasn't a smite.
Colleen turns to you and says, "Was that worthy of a smite?" Diego.
That's all my level 1 spells gone, though.
Flat D20, please.
A flat D20.
Yeah. Which is like roll a D20 and just tell me what you get. It's not like drive a car over one.
Oh, no.
A 2. Okay, so ahead there is a lightly wooded area, much more thick than the small copses that you have. And it occurs to you that if you can weave your way through there, then that will mean that none of the other enemies would be able to actually attack you because they just can't fit through it. So give me an acrobatics check.
Oh, I'm glad we got Diego flying.
That's a 23.
You spy this kind of like small wood, and you kind of like beeline through to it, and then you're like on one of the speeders on the Forest Moon of Endor. As you kind of spins it sideways underneath an overhanging log. So none of the creatures are able to get in there. They have to kind of like wait for you to kind of like come back out again. It's not so thickly canopied that they can't see you, but they just can't follow you. So you get a round of free actions that they get no actions this round.
Oh, cool.
So Ox, you can still fire out at them. You can kind of like do that if you want. They're kind of trying to get close. The red dragon is kind of just held back a little bit, and it's getting ready to pounce when you come out a little bit further ahead, so it kind of scoots on ahead a touch.
So we can still throw at them from here?
Yep.
How would that work? If I had a rope with grapple hook on both ends, could I like chuck it, grab one, and then like hope the other end gets caught amongst the bushes and just like...
Have you
Yeah. So if you want to show me on your character sheet where it says grappling hook with both ends, on a rope with both ends.
It's on the to-do list now.
In 3 sessions' time, Ox will be looking back through his notes and he'll be like, yeah, what's this? I've just written grapple hook on both ends and done a really bad sketch.
A sketch of Darth Maul with a double hand.
Grappling with bear traps on the grappling hook, because why wouldn't you?
Just rope with bear traps on.
So I'm just going to
good old bacon
get the crossbow and wait until like I can see like a small gap.
Yeah.
And I try and get one in the eye.
But it's also like being on a British train, you're jostled everywhere, so you have to wait until you get a moment. Okay, make the roll.
Well, what time of day is it, by the way?
It's about 20 past 10.
That's a crit.
Oh, shit.
Oh, you mean in game?
In game, sorry.
It'll be early evening, but it's late summer, so it's got quite long evenings. So it's like maybe 6 or 7 o'clock.
10. This is going to be a terrible crit.
Are you going for a wyvern or are you going for an ogre, sorry?
I went for the wyvern.
Okay.
For its face, and I crit. And it's still just going to be a low. It's only 2d10. Yeah. 10 damage.
10 damage. Okay, yeah. But you kind of scar it. It's going to have like a really bad scar across its snout, you reckon? Okay.
It was a very rusty bolt as well.
Yeah. It makes the saving throw versus tetanus. Oh, its jaw locks up. It can't make bite attacks. Colleen is next.
Colleen is just going to... What's within 30 feet?
Trees.
Great. He's just going to ready an action for Badman Dragon Rider again.
Yeah, okay. Wyvern's got to do anything. Darian.
No, that's not worth doing right now. Darian is just going to pick up another jab. No, because there's nothing within 30 feet. He's also going to ready an action for said Badman riding a dragon.
Yep, okay, cool. Okay, so Diego, roll me a flat d20. If that's not an oxymoron. Contradiction.
3.
3. Okay, cool. So as you come out of the wood, there is a sharp ridge that you just weren't ready for that drops away. The air is quite turbulent as it comes up and over the ridge. Give me an acrobatics check because the carpet is really kind of like, whoa, you're hitting some turbulence.
Yeah. 28.
28. You kind of take advantage of this and just use it to rise up suddenly, and then kind of get ahead of speed as you kind of head on down. You've avoided everybody else having disadvantage on their actions by your kind of careful piloting of the carpet. Okay, now give me an acrobatics check to see how well you're steering stuff.
Cool. 24.
Yeah. Okay. So what do you want to choose? The red dragon is likely to be engaging this round.
Do we go aggressive now?
Yeah, I was thinking go aggressive. How many women's are left?
There's so many
How
wyverns.
How far away is this red dragon?
So the red dragon is like 60 foot away at the moment. Kind of like was surprised by your maneuver. So it probably had. So let's say that it's actually about 90 feet away. Your maneuver surprised it, so it's having to recorrect itself. So you got another round without the red dragon engaging.
Right. Could we engage it?
You can turn around and go.
Yeah, turn around.
Yeah. Okay. So you're going aggressive.
So like you said, like the ravine. So we go down, swoop up.
Yep.
Back round the other way.
Yeah. Spin it around.
Yeah.
Darian's like.
I thought this was a getaway, boys. This is exactly what happened in the other game when you were going on a heist.
Darian, your spells are giving him too much confidence.
Okay, so you guys all have advantage in attacks against the red dragon.
Yeah, might need that.
Okay, Ox.
And it's Rider. Did the Rider as well?
And it's Rider as well, yeah.
So it was 90 feet away.
Mm-hmm.
I want to draw my axe just because we're going to fly into it, aren't we?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I want to dance on the back of this thing.
Now we're going straight towards it. I'm going to kind of have to maybe like move my way up the carpet a bit to be nearer the front.
So the carpet moves on Diego's actions. So essentially, Diego doesn't have to expend move, but the carpet will move 60. So at the end of Diego's turn, you're now 30 feet away from it.
Okay.
You can see the rider is wearing kind of like strips of armor, like Lemelar plate.
Yeah.
It looks a deep bronze color, and it's got kind of like tubes on its shoulders, and kind of like it's very kind of like samurai style kind of like hood that it's got, and it's got these twirling things as it kind of moves off. It isn't harnessed.
Oh. Ride a bareback.
Push him!
So I'm going to stow my crossbow, draw my axe, then kind of stand up best I can on this carpet and like make my way foot to front of the carpet. And like, so I'm kind of with Diego then towards the front and just shout, "I am the Alpha Lizard" in Draconic.
You see its face light up with slight like concern, worry.
Yeah, and then flame, get the axe to flame up, and then just get ready.
Are you ready in action for when the dragon? Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Like, because we're gonna fly it, we're gonna pass it and just go.
This thing now starts to come straight in. So let me just check then. So Darian, did you and Colleen ready actions for when you were within 30 feet of the dragon?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's now.
Aiming at the ogre though.
Yeah. So that's now.
Okay. So Darian goes first, does not hit, and
What did you hit? What did you roll?
You rolled a 2 + 7.
Okay, that's not a hit.
And a 6 + 7.
13. Okay, no. So what? Javelins?
Yeah, so they both miss.
Javelins swoom past. Colleen?
No. That was because you only had one. We've like house ruled the one attack per ready action. So
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, but you have advantage, remember?
Oh, you're right. So Colleen then gets either 11 or a 17 + 7. So Colleen does it. And he's just going to throw a normal one, so 6 damage.
6 damage. Okay. You readied Ox for what? When it's like next to you, basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
As we do a flyby.
Yeah. So the red dragon comes in, and you see fire kind of like gathering in its throat.
Good job, guys.
And make me a dex save, Diego.
Come on, Diego. Does he get advantage on saves as well?
He gets a +3. He does not get an advantage on the save.
Let's bring the PDF up. Deck save, was it?
Yeah.
Yep.
And you get an extra +3 because of Darian.
Good, because I'm going to need it.
Oh, God.
Goodbye, character.
19.
Oh, that's not bad.
Saves. Yeah. So let me just get 5. I'm going to roll the damage anyway. 2, 25, 27.
How much damage can our attack it
37,
take?
37,
I don't think it would probably
43,
disintegrate with like 20 fire damage. I'm gonna say
43,
that seems
44,
reasonable, right?
Yeah.
48,
Can I use my evasion, though?
52, 57.
Yeah, I
You,
think
you've passed anyway.
Yeah.
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 So you can use your evasion. So this thing kind of loops in, breathes out fire, doing 61 points of damage. And you kind of like describe how you avoid all of the damage.
So I kind of like match the.
It's
the,
a 30.
the
It's a
cone.
30-foot cone.
Yeah, I match the arc of the cone, like the bolt of the cone, as I just spiral. As it gets smaller and smaller, like the closer towards the dragon it
Yeah,
gets.
as you're moving, and it's moving. Yeah. Okay. Okay. And then so then and you're Ox, are you going for the dragon or are you going for the chieftain?
I'm going for the dragon.
You're going for the dragon. Okay, so that will trigger now.
Okay. So as we spiral around, let's see, I'm just going to like sucker punch it with my axe.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll use my inspiration because I'm only going to get 1 attack at her because it's a readied.
We have advantage. We got advantage anyway.
I shit you not.
Is it 2 20s?
It's a 20 and a 4, but I got advantage, so it's a 20.
So
You don't have to use your inspiration though, because we got advantage for the aggressive maneuver. We're gonna pay for it in a second, but we got advantage.
Yeah, I didn't need to use my inspiration. Oh, fucking hell.
so you don't use it. So
you can use it next time.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yeah, well, I'm using the 20, so I instantly crit the dragon. Oh, but it's fire damage a
It's
lot.
fire damage.
Well,
So
some of
make
it is.
sure to tell Paul what the fire damage is and what your
In fact,
magical
don't
weapon
bother
is.
rolling the fire damage.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
fine.
okay.
That's annoying. This is going to be
Yeah,
less
what's
impressive
annoying
then.
is that you're wearing its sister's skin. You've got to have more insight into the enemies you face, guys. I mean, you got to put yourself in their mindsets.
Still 17 damage.
Okay, that's 10% of somebody's hit points. Okay, as you're kind of like spiraling down, you see the tubes on the shoulders of the ogre chieftain kind of like flare up, and these kind of fire flares race down at Ox.
What did you expect? Why are we charging this guy?
The first kind of like rocket, for want of a better phrase, kind of like misses. AC 22, that hits.
Mates.
Yeah, and
Is this fire damage?
It is fire damage, yeah. 6, 9, 11, 14, 20 points of damage.
So that's like 10.
Yep. Okay. As this kind of like incendiary kind of like smashes into you, explodes into flame, and it's got a lance readied as well, that he kind of tries to, but as the dragon screams in pain as you kind of do it, the dragon moves away. It kind of puts off his aim, and then it kind of whooshes kind of like past you guys.
And now we say punch it to Diego.
Yeah, Darian says, this is a fight we can't win! Run!
So top of the round, Diego, roll me a flat 20.
I think you find we've killed the red dragon before.
Oh, didn't you ready your actions though?
Yeah.
Does that use up our normal? Like if they don't trigger before they hit your normal actions, you just get your normal actions instead.
Okay,
Right.
let's go with that. Yeah, okay, so your normal action. Killing's normal action.
16.
Mhm.
So I'm actually gonna ready a spell.
The hell's with all these spells?
I know. I'm gonna cast daylight on after we get into a bit of like obscurement and cover. I'm gonna cast daylight behind us to just like make us obscure.
Dazzle. Yeah.
Yeah, well, I doubt it's gonna dazzle them, but like if it's bright light between us and them, then I'm counting on them not being able to see us so well.
So it's more like
Glare.
a
Glare in
yeah.
their face, yeah.
Yeah, okay. So you ready that? What's Killing doing?
And Colleen is just going to, I suppose, he just end up throwing 2 javelins at Chieftain guy.
Yeah, okay.
19 plus 7,
Hits.
so that's a 6 altogether. 14 plus 7, and that's
Misses.
a 5 altogether. Oh, okay.
Oh,
14 plus 7, man, he's got high AC.
Mm-hmm.
he's a big bad.
Yeah. Right, okay. Then he just hits that first attack, and Darren readies it for when we get into a decent bit of obscurement.
Yeah, okay. What damage did he do for first attack?
Well, he did I think it was just 6 damage for his first
Yeah, I
attack.
thought it said 6. Okay, cool. Right, so Diego, roll me your acrobatics.
You want me to roll a d20 again?
Yeah, acrobatics, roll this one.
Oh, acrobatics, sorry. That's cocked.
That's cocked. That's cocked. That's
26.
And this one is cocked, and this one is cocked, and this one is cocked, and this one is my cock. Okay, so you can choose what you want to do. You're in a land now where you could try to hide. You could choose to try to get yourself a bit of advantage, or you could choose to go defensive. You could choose to kind of go aggressive again.
We need to try and hide and like lose these guys after we get into some cover.
Yeah. As much as I want to go on the offense, yeah, let's try and get some cover and hide for a bit.
Okay. So make me. Everybody make stealth rolls.
Does my daylight spell help obscure us any?
So you get an advantage on the stealth rolls from kind of Diego's great steering, and what I'll do with the daylight spell is I'll give their normally I just say it gets a
Oh,
what happened there?
he's
plus
hiding.
9. So that was clearly Darian's daylight spell kicked off.
Sorry, you guys. It's doing that thing it was doing last. You remember the last session we had where the connection just gets worse and worse and worse until I have to disconnect, and then it's really good, and then it just gets worse.
Let's go. Slow again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Okay.
not frozen up well today.
No, it's been stable today. So I
Stealth.
think.
Stealth checks. What is
So
my
we have-
stealth?
My stealth isn't good.
Do we have advantage?
Yeah, got advantage.
Oh, right. Oh,
Well, it's a good thing I got advantage, but it's still garbage.
I know, mine's 10.
Actually, do I get disadvantage because of my armor?
No, because it's not like you're trying to creep down a corridor or anything like that.
Right.
Yeah.
It's not making noise. Well, any more noise than
Yeah,
is going on around
Unusual.
us. So I just got in that case a flat 10. As my
I
best
got
roll.
10.
Yep, Diego.
31.
31. Colleen.
Oh, and Colleen. Colleen's doing it marginally better. You got 13.
13. So that would make it 50, 64. 44 is about 15. Yeah, it's about 16. Okay, so they get to make a perception roll. Ooh.
So yeah, I kind of missed. What did Paul explain that the daylight spell did?
Well, you're already getting advantage from Diego's kind of like flying. So what I'll do is I'll give it kind of like the equivalent of +3 to the DC. So essentially, what I've done is I've I've averaged your stealth rolls out,
Hmm.
added 3 to that.
So it's like the
No, in fact,
aid
I'll tell you what.
function.
I'll give them disadvantage on
Right.
their perception check. Oh, okay. So they still roll 20. Well, they roll a 13 plus 8 because the red dragon has quite a good perception. So you kind of like duck down low and you're kind of keeping really low to a riverbed. Try to keep out of the way. Darian chucks a flare
Yeah.
out
What is
into,
essentially a
out
flare?
into there. Kind of like the red dragon kind of swoops down to that, but it's moving. It's clearly kind of like gone over to see you. So we're back into a normal round. So Ox, this red dragon's 40 foot away from you guys now.
40 foot.
Yeah.
What was the range on a javelin?
12,
30.
30.
30.
30. So a hand axe would be the same, wouldn't it? Throwing at.
It might even
Possibly
be less.
even less.
Hmm. How many arrows have you got left, though?
Yeah, throw
Until
them.
arrows.
Paul says we run out of them.
Yeah, you got sufficient. You got sufficient javelins. It's 20.
All right. Can I grab a javelin off someone?
Yeah,
One of these-
Killian hands you one.
Is it one of the flamey tipped ones? Oh no, we used them.
It is.
And I'm going to launch it at the rider of the dragon.
Mm-hmm.
We're not on advantage anymore, are we?
No.
Or are we? Because we're flying. No, yeah, because we're flying
No,
defensive.
we tried to hide. We tried to hide.
Luckily, it's strength based. So 26.
Is.
And what damage do these javelins do?
They do an additional d6 worth of fire damage on top of their d6.
So 3d6.
2d6.
No, D6 for the normal damage, D6 for the fire, and your strength.
Oh, I thought they were 2d6 because they were ogre size. It's just
No,
one
they were
d6.
just going
Okay.
on d6.
So 2d6 plus strength.
Yeah.
9 plus 14.
14. Okay, 14. Yep.
That's not insubstantial.
20. Okay, cool.
You gonna keep chucking them?
The red dragon tries to see if it can refresh its breath. It cannot. It stays.
We still got wyverns circling them too.
Yeah, but they're hanging
Yes.
back. They're hanging
never
back.
gonna-
They're hanging back.
Yeah.
There's only 4 because you kind of shoved one off with the horn.
Yeah.
See, if we killed the rider, would the red dragon be free?
Don't know. Then kind of the red dragon pushes on, and the rider kind of flies by and tries to get Ox with the lance, and again swoops. The red dragon's been very tentative, so it swoops away. Colleen.
Colleen, how far does the red dragon swoop away?
It's 40 feet away. Swoops away to 40 foot away.
He can't really do much. He's just going to ready an action to throw at Chieftain guy again then.
Yeah. Okay. Darian.
Darian is going to ready an action to throw at Chieftain guy. I think if we kill the Chieftain, he's probably got a ton of health. But
Okay,
still.
Diego, roll me a flat d20.
18.
Okay. And give me your acrobatics roll.
I hope that's a good whoo.
29.
Yep. Okay.
29.
So what do you want to do?
Should we dodge? And try and wear him out?
Yeah, I think
Keep
that's
trying
what
to hide,
we're for now. Let's do some defensive manoeuvres.
Yep. Okay. You start to kind of weave in and out, trying to kind of keep the dragon kind of so it can't swoop down quite so much. You see, what look to
So
be the
just for
runes.
reference, this is a dodge action, yeah?
Yeah, essentially. You see the ruins of what looks to be an abandoned keep, kind of up ahead, and you kind of start to move towards that. Ox.
And we're still about 40 feet away from.
Yeah, this dragon is able to keep movement, but it's faster than you guys, so it's trying to kind of fly by as much as it can do so.
I'm going to ready another horn of blasting when it gets within 30 feet.
Okay, I like it. Okay, cool.
So do I trigger before that? I called my action before that.
Well, were you triggering on a 30?
It'll give your javelin thrust.
No, so ready actions will trigger in initiative order.
Okay.
So the red dragon does indeed move in, so it triggers your horn of blasting.
Here we go.
Come on, blow up the carpet, blow up the carpet, blow up the carpet, blow up the carpet, blow up the carpet.
22. Close!
What was this? 20 the threshold?
Yeah, 20's the threshold.
Ooh.
Everyone feels it rock slightly.
Yeah.
There's like smoke rising from like where his
There's
hands
a
touching the
crack
horn.
appears along the horn.
Yeah.
Everyone's like, what was that? And that is 5d6? It's 5, or was it 4? 5. 5d6.
Oh, he gets a con save. Does he get a con save?
Yeah, DC 15.
Oh, it rolled a 20.
What's my dad phoning for?
So it takes half damage then.
He wants to know what the AC of the
5,
dragon is.
15.
I'll be right back, guys.
Yeah, okay.
19, so that's halved.
19. Down to.
As the horn goes up, like Diego at the front just goes.
That's right, and has to instantly correct the movement and kind of like heading towards the fort. The dragon kind of like takes it. It's pushed slightly back, and is again, even more wary.
Does he hit the ogre as well?
No, you were doing it as soon as the dragon kind of got into range.
The head.
Yeah.
Does it give us thrust though? It boosts us a bit for about a second.
Yeah, it does. It just moves you on.
Yeah.
The only lamb. Okay. When I'm done, I will feed it then. That's what I said.
Darren is talking to himself on the carpet.
Bye.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Bye, Tom.
Yeah, he's talking to Tom.
Darren got a sending spell from Apraxin.
Yeah. Sorry, I can't talk right now. I'm flying in front of a dragon.
Darren's sending stone lights up. Oh, so the red dragon got hit by the horn of blasting, but saved. So it's Colleen.
Did the ogre get hit by the horn blasting and
No.
save? Oh. So Colleen is gonna get 15 plus 7.
Hits.
That's only just a hit, isn't it?
Meets. Yeah, that meets.
Yeah. Oh, nice. So that is 9 damage.
Okay.
And then Darian throws 11 plus 7, so that ain't gonna hit.
No, doesn't hit. Okay. But so the red dragon now. Despite the protestations of the rider, the red dragon shies away, pulls its attack. And Colleen.
Let's throw 2 regular javelins at. Oh no, is he still in range?
No, it's moved. It's moved out.
Just ready again
Yeah.
for
Okay.
the exact same situation.
Yeah. Okay. Diego, roll me a D20, flat D20.
Oh, and Darian's gonna ready again.
Yeah, I assumed you were talking. Yeah. 3.
3.
Another steep cliff.
Okay. Yeah, well, you've rolled it again, so just roll me your acrobatics.
Okay. 11.
11. Okay. So what is that? 11 in total.
Yeah, 11 in total.
No. He's rolling 11 for terrain.
No, I want an acrobatics
that's a
roll.
flat 11.
Acrobatics.
Acrobatics roll.
What's your acrobatics with 11 plus?
11 plus your acrobatics, whatever it is.
No, I thought you wanted a flat roll, and I rolled.
rolled a
I
3.
thought you told me to roll it again.
Oh no, sorry. So then I asked for an acrobatics roll. So anyway,
Oh, sorry. Were you keeping the 3 and asking for an acrobatics?
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh.
I didn't understand that. So
So did
11,
I.
so 11 plus your acrobatics, and he's keeping the
Which
3.
is
Got ya.
13, so that's 24.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. So you get to choose.
Still good.
Dodge him.
We're going
Going
towards
towards these
this,
ruins.
Yep.
this ruined. Like, just how ruined is it? Like, is it
It's fairly
completely
ruined.
dilapidated?
There's a keep.
Like, there's
no,
a wall still there, or
There's a square keep. Very
Yeah.
basic keep risers. It looks like the centre of that, the roof is kind of perhaps calling. There's part of the curtain wall, and there's an archway of the gate.
right? How like I won't say how many floors, but like, is there a window or something high up?
No, it's arrow slits.
All right, okay.
Diego's gonna be like, breathe in, everyone.
Yeah,
Reduce spell coming online.
yeah.
I say we just try and exhaust the dragon. I mean, how long can someone sprint for?
Constitution
I think it's
21.
gonna fight for quite a while.
Yeah, let's do defensive for the moment because I've no doubt it's going to catch up
Okay.
with us
So
anyway.
you race down, you kind of like shoot straight through the gateway. So like through the arch where the gate would have been, and there's a volley of crossbow bolts rise from the plated soldiers that are kind of gathered in a defensive formation around the fort. They sail straight past you. Some of them thud into the side of the wheeling red dragon that clearly caught them, and you recognise the Order of Gauntlet sigils on their chests.
Oh
We've
Forward,
brought a dragon to
man!
the-
They kind of a set of them reload, and there's another volley as the crossbows kind of like come flying, kind of like you kind of like sped past this thing, like in Star Wars when the X-wings shoot past the kind of like ground troop and stuff.
Yeah.
Like you're seeing this, and you're seeing the mounts that are kind of like gathered, kind of like down there. There's about 10 of them. Clearly Darian recognises this as kind of some of the troops from his command that were sent off to protect against breakbones and insurgents and all that kind of stuff.
I can't abandon them now.
Or the red dragon kind of like wheels and the ogre and that starts to retreat. Starts to head off and the wyverns start to retreat off.
Oh.
And the dragon?
The dragon's
Yeah, the
retreating.
dragon's
Yeah,
retreating.
Cool.
Well.
We all just saved the day.
The second we land and dismount, I'm just gonna have like my arms out and be like, "Well done, men!"
The White Hawk, no, Martian, kind of who's the lead of it, comes over, salutes. White Hawk, how can we be of assistance? Come on, men. Start to pack up, and they start to kind of like move forward. Secure the base.
I would say it's time to retreat. Have you had encounters with these ogres yet?
Some skirmishes, all very tentative. Nothing particularly to report. Given our orders are more against the demonic forces, we've not tried to engage and waste our energy against the ogres. We were looking to establish a bit of a forward base here to establish the lay of the land.
Well, you've just seen the full forces of the enemies, or almost the full forces. I suspect that the ogres have other encampments around here. I'm not sure this fortress can be maintained.
So we can head back to our other base.
Yes, I think that would be wise.
Okay, you heard the man. Let's get ourselves dismounted. And start to kind of like take down some of the tents and other kind of preparatory defences that we were starting to get together, start to get it onto the pack horses. All very orderly. Okay, so yeah, so that was that chase. I'm not finishing the session exactly there, but what I am going to do is just take a 5-minute break, because I'm going to go and get myself a glass of wine. Fuck it. I will not be that long at all.
Okay.
And I'm assuming that what you guys are then going to head back to Saradush.
Yeah, and defend these guys until they're kind of Yeah.
Oh, they're very
basically just
efficient.
walk
They
back.
they kind of pack up. Yeah, within half an hour, they're kind of like back on the road, so to speak. Right. Okay. Cool. I'm just gonna go and grab a drink.
That was awesome. Rescued by the Order.
I didn't think they'd be this far out though. I don't think they really should be.
I think we've flown quite away.
I was half expecting like to be like some sort of open archway in the window that we end up going through, and the dragon getting his
Just
head
smash through.
in there. Yeah. So fancy flying though. That's...
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's quite a good chase scene. It was good fun.
Yeah.
Next time, one of the brawnier characters should just tackle the ogre off the dragon.
Yeah. We tried that before, though. I don't think it's.
Well, I was trying to think how could we land safely on the back of this thing, but it just didn't seem quite worth it. I don't know.
There's only one dragon, so what we had to do is land and all run off in different directions. Only one person gets got then. Everyone else runs. And me and my daughters are like, what? Ah! That's where illusion spells would have been useful.
Okay. Actually, if I take a note of the time. 2:14.
Yeah, because I don't think a ruined fortress is going to do much against a dragon that's going to plan an assault on a fortress.
Have you ever watched Rain of Fire? That's how the humans survive, by hiding in ruined fortresses. When the dragons take over the world. Apparently, ruined fortresses are good.
Like the Dragopolis.
I can't remember what it. Yeah.
Anyway. Okay, so what? Flying carpet back to Saradush.
Yeah, after we secured the safety of the troops that were walking back.
Oh yeah, they mount their kind of like ponies, mountain pony style, feet dragging along, and yeah. Okay, so you kind of it takes you. I think was it a couple of days travel.
Yeah, I think it was 2 or 3
Yeah,
days.
it was some form of short amount of days.
And you kind of land in the courtyard of the county palace, basically.
Oh, I do a full flyby, in and out streets, fast past windows, old women putting out their shop, putting out the laundry.
Permission to buzz the tower. Permission denied. God damn you, Maverick! Yeah, okay. As soon as you land, servants race out to you. My lord.
I step off the carpet as if I've only been gone 30 seconds.
Rest of us are sort of exhausted.
Yeah.
I mean, Darren's at full HP.
I'm not.
Meme is like as soon as you stopped and he sniffed food, he just eats.
That's fine. That's totally understandable.
My lord, there was an attempt to murder Chancellor Praxin.
What?
Ooh.
A pair of the palace guards were killed in his defence. He is shaken but uninjured. And then one looks at the other, and you kind of see a face that is, well, your chief fucking messenger. Lady Teff has not been seen in the last few days. She received a man by the name of Jasak the morning before she took her leave. He is likewise no longer to be found.
All she wanted was Diego's seed. She's going to do some crazy ritual now.
Wait, was the assailant caught or seen of Apraxin?
No, they escaped.
What about the Dragonborn that were protecting him?
They valiantly fought him off. Without them, he would have surely died.
I'm glad I brought this up before we left.
Yeah.
Messenger in
Say
the
anything
colours.
else where she was going?
Messenger in the colours of the Order of the Gauntlet races over to Darien.
Oh, okay.
My Lord Hawk. He hands you a message, like a parchment. He also says, "I need to inform you that the demonic forces attacked the village of Ilkasar, but they were driven off by a combination of the militia and visiting knights, and then reinforcements from the castle.
Okay.
A few of the villagers were wounded, but none died."
Very good. And can I look at the letter and see who it's from?
Yeah. You open it. It is. It bears the seal of the adjutant, the White Hawk, who's the adjutant in the castle of Ilkasar. I can't remember her name.
It's not my Killeen though, like the Lady Killeen.
Yeah, Lady Killeen. Yeah.
Lady Killeen.
Yeah, Killeen's mum. And it's she relays an urgent message from the Harpers that was passed to her via the Vindicator. They received word from within the Protectorate that the Bay Knights within Circusar have been given the orders to proceed. It's not clear what they are to proceed in.
Okay, via the Vindicator. So the Vindicator's got ties to the Harpers as well.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Looks like
That I did not know. Then we shall. I'll thank the guy, and he's dismissed to continue with what duties he. So yeah, when is appropriate, I will bring it up with the guys about doing. I've already talked to them about it, but yeah.
Okay, as you kind of like are walking, I assume striding into the main kind of palace. Danilo is waiting just in the shadows a little. Nephew, Marshal, Hawk,
How is Praxin?
alive, shaken. Not much more to say.
Where's my wife?
Gone on one of her jaunts, it seems. I've put word out to try to find her, but she's a tricksy customer when she chooses to be. I don't know who this Jasak is either.
Did you get a good look at the man, Cholton?
I didn't see him. The
Did anyone see
description
him?
the description is more Waterdavian than Cholton.
Just sack.
Jasak.
And the name doesn't ring a bell. I'm asking you as a DM as opposed to.
No.
No.
Well,
Okay.
I mean, not within the context of this game, anyway.
Okay. Ah,
It is a common name given to people among Waterdeep.
just sack.
It's probably not even his real name. He's probably a member of the Masquerade. Hashtag conspiracy theories. Da-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Diego, where does Tef usually go on these jaunts? Into the wilds?
Woods. Generally in and around the nearest forest.
As you're kind of like chatting away, so there's
We shagged in a tree once.
talking of trees, the kind of courtyard with the palace, there's a number of trees gathered around them, and they're all kind of like
Scratchy
starting to
places.
turn. Yeah, starting to turn as autumn starts to come. And there's about 5-10 small creatures, and generally kind of like a foot and a half detach themselves. They've got deep green velvet hoods, and they skitter and scamper and kind of like bound, kind of like big bushy tails kind of like off them. You think it's like squirrels wearing suits.
Yeah.
And they kind of stop and line up in front of you. and push down in half a dozen bloody red caps. The blood seeps out of them, and just push them down there. They're like hoods, kind of like you have pulled back.
Yeah.
And as they do that, they're blood red, and blood just seeps out of them. And one of them kind of like steps it forward, and they are squirrels. They're like dressed in kind of like forest garb. These interlopers, he says in kind of like in common, be found in the woods, in the forest of Mir, and word is that they hunt you. So you must have taken their nuts just before the winter for them to hate you so. Anything that the red caps hunt must be a worthy adversary for them, and therefore a desirous ally to the summer court. You have our swords and our bows as your allies in the land of the Fae. And in unison, all of these creatures push back their hoods and kind of like pull out their swords and kind of go down on knees in front of you all.
The hell?
And that is where I'm going to call the session.
What? Please tell me the thumbnail to this episode will be something from Rackety Tam. Have you guys seen Rackety?
Yeah.
No.
It's all like medieval clothes-wearing animals, and like one of the main characters is a squirrel.
Any of the Redwall books?
Yeah.
Wow. The summer court allies in Fae. Squirrels.
Fae friends.
More red caps.
Okay. So, yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that.
That was really good.
That was awesome. That was an awesome ending.
That was a mad ending.
Yeah, after dealing with a dragon, I'm going to be glad to go back to... We're not going to be chilling. We're going bane hunting next section, aren't we?
Oh, yeah, I assume that'll be what the plan is.
Yeah. I'm going to take the full contingent of Darian's honor guard.
Yeah, okay. So, Ben, you okay? You with us?
Yeah, I'm just still in shock. Like,
I know. When you said squirrels, I'm like, bushy tails? What?
And you're like, there, squirrel, what?
Yep, okay. The Kirkpa, if you want to Google that. Kercpa. CPA. Though I'm not held by any rules that you may or may not find about them.
yeah.
Okay, so
In fact, you know what? I'm just going to remain ignorant. I want to remain ignorant, so when they do, when they cast invisibility or something, I'm going to be like, what?
But at least, I guess that'll give you an image. So hold on. I'll put an image. I'll into the.
Yeah, I found that awesome.
Right, okay.
There's a squirrel.
They are just normal sized.
Absolutely.
Tiny creatures,
yeah. Okay, so right, let me save this. Save image. To there. Yeah, screw it. I'll save it to there. Okay, I'll stick it once we've agreed when the next session is, and I'm finished recording and streaming, and I'll stick it into the chat. Okay, so when is the next session, guys? So today is the 10th, so I think it's the 24th.
24th. It's 2 weeks
24th
today.
of May.
I can do the 24th.
I'm pretty sure it's fine for me. Just before bank holiday, isn't it?
Yeah. So.
Holidays don't mean anything to a pharmacist.
Yeah, that is the.
I mean, everything to someone that works in a school.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, you get all the holidays and I get none. People never stop being sick. It's so inconsiderate of them.
I know, right?
Bastards. Okay, so okay, well, thank you very much, guys. I do hope you enjoyed that. I have not got a clue if anybody watched us, but if you did, thank you. And if you watch this on YouTube, thank you. You can kind of always catch us on our Waterdeep game, which is not until the 28th, Tuesday the 28th, because we're skipping because we've got too many people unavailable in the coming week. And yes, next session is going to be against the Baneites in the county of Silkazar, following up on some of that stuff. amongst other things. I'm sure we'll achieve. So without further ado, thank you very much. Cheers.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
Right, so